Well, it's day 4 and we're still going at it. Bunch of wiring still under the hood. We got Jeff here from Painless and he's going crazy down here. He's got a lot going on. He's got a lot finished up. He's just kind of roughing everything in. We're gonna make sure this car starts up and we'll make everything real pretty. After that, I'm hoping to get this thing up on a lift, maybe start the exhaust today, get the steering column in. But you know what? Before we can do that, we gotta get back to work. And there was a little note here and I wanted to see what it said. It said something like, no touch or Jeff will kill you. Not kidding. So we'll leave that where it is and get to work.
This is Super Chevy Magazine's Week to Wicked, presented by Classic Performance Products, where in 7 days we'll take this restored 1972 Camaro and turn it into a Resto Mod Pro Touring monster. Follow along at superchevy.com.
So I'm Danny Nix. I'm the engineer over at Classic Performance Products, CPP. Some of the stuff that I really enjoy about doing these builds is the hands-on. Honestly, in my role as being the engineer at CPP, I'm really more hands-off than I want to be. I want to be under the car, building it, putting it together. I want to be running the wire, making the welds, making the parts happen. But it's not really my role. I'm designing the parts and I'm generally handing this off to our welders and our fab guys. So this is really great for me. It's a cool experience.
Do you ever get frustrated during the build?
Who doesn't get frustrated during a build? We went ahead and hammered it flat in a couple of... All right, so we're all done now. Of course you get frustrated. So you just, eyes on the prize, so to say, just focus on the car and not on the frustration.
When upgrading your classic car to LED taillights, one of the things you will need to change is the original flasher will need to be changed to an LED optimized flasher. The reason for that is that the LEDs are so efficient they don't draw enough current to trip the original thermal mechanical flasher. When you're doing the change, be sure to get an LED optimized flasher and resist the temptation to use load resistors. Your LED taillights have less current, thus less drain on your electrical system, so do not use load resistors to take the place of getting a proper electronic flasher. So now I'm going to finish the installation of these United Pacific LED taillights in the 72 Camaro. We'll put the flasher in the painless wiring harness and button it up for the night.
I'm Nick Licata. I'm the editor of Chevy High Performance, and I've been here for about 14 years. My role this week with Week to Wicked is to just be here for support, shoot photos, and help out wherever I can. What we hope to do is have our 1971 Camaro called Project Orange Crate. It's been an ongoing project. It's my car. It's similar in color. Mine's a 71, that's a 72. There's not much difference there, but we have different suspension components. That kind of car was built in a week. My car was built in a matter of years, so hopefully I have a little bit of an edge. But it's good to bust each other up a little bit about, what car can beat whose car and what driver is better than what driver, and it's a good friendly competition. And but he won't get close to me. I'll kick his ass.
When Nicky boy thought he'd be all sweet and apologize, but nope, I'm gonna be nice now. Honestly, Nick's a good driver. He can, he's got a car that's built to race. Us, on the other hand, we got a car that will be very competitive on the track, but it's also meant to drive on the street and be comfortable. So,
can you tell us a little bit about your background in driving for the magazines?
Well, it started out with Dell Jr. and I when we grew up together in North Carolina. Pa, better known as Dell Sr., used to teach us a lot.
So I went to some driving schools. I went to the Bondurant School in Arizona. Jason and I both went, so we both have about the same amount of training, and we probably have about the same amount of seat time as well.
Nick and I have had a lot of fun doing testing, and I think we've always had a bit of a competitive edge, especially in the slalom. Nevertheless, it's a little competitive thing we have together.
Okay, so one of the things that's really important when you're putting together one of these GM muscle car type bulkheads that go on the firewall, all of the Gen 2 Camaros all have a big square plug where the wires go through the firewall. And so what we do at Painless is we provide you with a tube of what's called dielectric grease. And what dielectric grease does is it makes sure that the moisture doesn't attack the metal of the contacts that are in this connector. So it makes it more impervious to moisture, and then it actually helps them plug together for the first time because they've never been put together.
All right, so it's the end of day 4, and if any of you have ever wired a car, you know it takes a long time. We're just about done. Jeff from Painless Wiring is going to be back in the morning, but to go into a little bit of detail on the wiring, we got to wire the car, we got a fuel management system and the Hall-E system, and we got a performance automatic trans controller to wire in. Not to mention aftermarket gauges and a bunch of other little things that take adapters, the steering column, and everything else. That's why we're still on wiring. It's not that we're taking a bunch of time screwing around. I mean, this is serious work. We're trying to get it done. Tomorrow we will be wrapped up. I'm gonna stay a little bit later tonight just to do the exhaust. That way you get a little bit ahead. That was what I was gonna do tomorrow, but I'm gonna stick around tonight and get that exhaust done, and then tune in tomorrow and see where we're at.